Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this live trading webinar. How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone has a great time so far. You can use the chat to, let me just say hello. You can use the chat to communicate with me. So, let's start with the first pair on the list. Let me just rearrange the charts here. Guys, from those they watch from trading live, is it everything fine? Sound, picture, just to double check. Sound and picture, all good. So first market for today will be the Kid. Thank you so much for joining the sessions for first time. That's very good. Thank you for your support, and of course everyone else. Now, first one, Australian dollar against the US dollar. As you see on the weekly chart, price last week sold off aggressively. We are trading below the 10-period moving average on the weekly chart. Now, if we go down to the daily chart, what we see, price also broke below the 20-period moving average of the Bollinger Band, and maybe we're going to see some more continuation to the downside. However, since the Asian session, the market gapped to the downside, as you can see, and afterwards the price is trying to create a new high based on Friday's high. That's the Friday's high. All right, so in case we're going to see a push to the upside, it's going to be a little bit of disagreement between the higher time frame and the lower time frame. Like on the weekly chart, we have this bearish. On the daily chart, we're going to have kind of more bullish. So it will be maybe a market that I won't it will be a market that maybe I won't get involved with. The next one, it's the euro against the US dollar. Let's check the weekly chart. Last week the price created this bearish candle rejecting the 40-period moving average of the weekly chart. Then on the daily chart, the upper band of the Bollinger Band acted as resistance, and then the price stopped somewhere in the middle at this inside support. Okay, as you guys see here. Then on the 4-hour chart and lower time frames, price now is trying to trade it above this 20-period moving average, and we will see what's going to happen. If it's going to close above, there is a high chance for the market to reach the upper bands of the Bollinger Band, and maybe we can find some good short setups from there. Next one is the pound against the US dollar. As you see the weekly chart, it's sold off. Guys, one moment. Nick, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Guys, a lot of comments here. Wow. Let me read. Looks like the week. Yes, Solomon, that's correct. Does it mean that it will continue moving to the downside? Yeah, likely. Looks like it's trying to change bias. Yes, last week price pushed down, but not enough. Exactly. So on the you are new here, welcome. I think it's still going to push lower, Spencer. That's good. I'm also new here, guys. So on the daily chart, the pound against the US dollar, as you guys see, found some support here around the 20-period moving average, and maybe we're going to see some bullishness. Okay, now look at this. The weekly chart, it has lower highs and lower lows, bearish candle. but the daily chart now, it created a new high. Why it created a new high? Let me teach you something at this point. Because price, it came at this low here and then it make a push to the upside. It didn't break this high yet. But if you consider this as a neckline and then this is support, it created a possible reversal first leg at this point. So we will see if this it's going to be the beginning of the actually we have a no, my mistake. Actually, this high here, it's going to be the one that needs to be broken to the upside for the price to confirm that a new high established in the market. So for now, we don't have a new low, we don't have a new high, so the price moves sideways. Did you guys understand? But again, for the short term, based on this price action, it shows that it has bullish implication. Yes, it will be very good, very interesting week for the dollar. Yeah, it might bounce on the moving average, The QE against the US dollar. Now it's start showing also some strength, but again, the commodity currencies last week, they sold off too much. But I would like to be a seller on the QE this week, guys, because price makes lower highs and lower lows on the weekly chart, clearly in a downtrend, high, low, lower high, and lower low. So weekly chart is in a downtrend. Any pullback on the weekly chart can be considered as an entry point on the daily chart. So we see if price is going to continue moving lower on the 4-hour chart, though. If price, keep an eye on that. If price breaks outside of this consolidation, we're gonna end up seeing a good run, hopefully to the downside. If price breaks below there, we will see the price maybe reach this 0.57889. Okay. Next one is the USD GAT, is USD CAT. Weekly chart, bullish candle around the 10-period moving average on the daily chart. A little bit of obstacle here, but we see it depends on the US dollar performance. That's how we will see what's going to happen with the Canadian dollar. Maria Julia, hi Theo, where are you? How are you doing, Maria? It's nice to see you here. Mogiol, good morning, Mr. Theo. God bless. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys, and thank you so much for your support. Time to gain some knowledge. Is that a good place to enter USD CAT? Aston is asking. Look, this one here, it's on a daily. This is an inside resistance. Okay, I know you guys, you maybe don't know what is an inside resistance because few technical analysts knows very much the technical analysis. Okay, so sorry for that, but yeah, an inside resistance, it's a very strong resistance area we find in the market. However, I will go deep, and again, depends on which time frame you trade, guys. I mean, if you do the analysis on the weekly chart and enter on the daily chart, you better have those time frames in agreement. If you're going to use the daily chart to enter on the 1-hour chart, then yes, this is going to be a way to start looking for sales on the hourly chart because you're trying to capture the momentum, like this bearish engulfing here, this bearish engulfing there. It was the reason for the last 2 hourly sessions the price to move lower. But if we were trading on the daily chart, we will have taken a more wider approach. will the USD GAN be going to sell? Maybe it's going to go into, again, based on the time frame. Okay, USD CHF. On the 4-hour chart, last week we spotted this head and shoulder pattern. Looks like the neckline is still holding. So if in the next couple of days it won't be any follow through to the downside, then we're going to scratch the pattern, because likely it's going to be a follow through to the upside and that pattern won't be valid anymore. Next one, USD against the Japanese yen. Last week the price stayed as an inside, but there is a very strong resistance that I took it from the monthly charts. So at this point here, a strong resistance can act as a barrier for the price. I'm zooming towards the 4-hour chart and lower time frames. I will keep an eye on the lower time frames, to be honest, like the 4-hour chart and 1-hour chart. If price will hit the monthly resistance, I will be looking for some short term, because maybe it's going to break to the upside until the end of the day. Okay, but if it's going to come right at the resistance and it's going to reject it on a hourly chart or 4-hour chart, I will try to scalp a little bit for the move to the downside. Next one is the pound JPY and the euro JPY. Let's start with the euro JPY weekly chart. Price made a higher high and a very defined and well-structured uptrend. On the daily chart, it's the same. Price is in this impulse move. On the 4-hour chart, higher highs are still on the run. We have to wait for some kind of retracement if we trade trades on the 4-hour chart, or if we take trades on the hourly chart, the same. Okay, based on each one of you, how you enter the market. Question, guys. It will be very interesting to see if we'll respect this. Yes, that's correct. I do not analyze weekly chart. Mostly it's daily, 4-hour and 1-hour Aston. Yep, that's fine. I do analyze the weekly to understand. Sometimes the weekly charts, they show very very important information, like for example, this bullish engulfing here 2 weeks ago, it was the major reason to trying and buy only the yen on the euro yen on the lower time frame. So an hourly price action to go short maybe could have been not taking it in consideration. Okay, let's check the gold. We commented from last week that was the hot on the list, and it was the majority of trading activity happened on the gold. An inside hanging man at resistance, it fueled the sellers to push the price lower. On the daily chart though, price now is trading below the 20-period moving average of the Bollinger Band. Also, it broke below the daily support that found around 1945.1 and is trying to move lower. Okay, bearish close, lower highs, lower lows. We can capitalize on some hourly price action. On the hourly chart, here is where traders, they get it very, very wrong. On the hourly now, we stop trending. Price is not trending here. Why should I enter at this point here? If I want to enter, better to enter on a breakout. At least I have a high chances for the price to move alongside with a higher time frame. But if the price is going to keep moving like this, maybe it's going to be a deeper retracement of a daily chart or a weekly chart. So we can find some resistance areas on the hourly time frame to trade from there. But at this point, because price makes higher highs and higher lows, and we want to take a short position, we better start looking for maybe the RSI for some bearish divergence. Okay, guys, keep in mind these stuff are very useful, and that's how you must learn how to trade. It's not just because I said it many times. It's not that because the daily is moving downward and it has lower highs and lower lows, we immediately go to the hourly chart or 15-minute chart and we press the sell button. I mean, that's not how we trade. We wait for a price action to develop at an area where there's a high probability, if we can enter the trade from that point, to experience a winning outcome. That's what we want from trading, right? Gold broke below the order block, so I expected some pullbacks. Okay, that's awesome. Now weekly chart, and this is the WTI. I mark on the weekly chart last week this low here because that was the relevant around 77.50, and the price broke and closed below this one, so we can expect to see some more weakness here. Now if the price is going to continue moving lower, here is around 73.70 is the another area of support, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Now if we go down to the daily chart or the 4-hour chart, based on the 4-hour chart, I zoom out a little bit, you see guys, the price makes higher highs and higher lows. So I'm not going to rush to enter short from here. I'm going to wait for the price to print up, to print a double top to show some weakness before I enter short, or to reach at another area of resistance above here and try to sell it from there with an appropriate price action. Yes, to make sure everything is aligned, correct. Roman, good morning, my friend, and welcome to the webinar as well as everyone else. Copy, will we see last month trend again in gold? Will we see last month trend again in gold? What do you mean? And just to tell you something else, guys, about gold, based on seasonality chart patterns, the gold is expected, is doing a really good bullish runs during December, January, and somewhere mid of February. So it's going to be interesting. That's the weekly chart. It's going to be interesting on the gold to see some more weakness. Okay, if we catch the fib tool from the low to the high, and we see the price maybe visited the 61.8% of the fib zone. So in the next, let's say 3-4 weeks, to see the price reach this level here, that will be great, because maybe the seasonality patterns will repeat themselves and we can take some good bullish moves out of the gold. And German 40 on the weekly chart, price made a higher high, but in less volume. You see the candle on the weekly chart, it only formed just few hours before the New York close last week, so I see this more bearish rather than bullish. Then on daily chart, we have that daily support, that daily resistance, and then we have the weekly resistance here. If you drew a downward trend line from this high to this lower high, then the trend line itself deliver at this Thursday's high. So here are 3 points. So this is a tradable move. Now on the 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, I will be looking for some more weakness, but the way I enter the market, and that's how I teach when I do private coaching, is through the Bollinger Bands, but more on that. If you guys are interested in private coaching with a certified financial technical analyst, that means myself, here at MarketMinds Mastery, we have maybe the best approach in terms of coaching to take you in a dynamic sessions, let's say 6 to 10 sessions, depends on your level, and we take you from where you are to where you need to be, and that's pretty awesome. Okay, Bruce asked, that will be the long-term view on it. Yes, that's correct. Guys, sorry, I don't read all these messages. I have two screens. I look at the chart, so I explain you it until I uh, see the other screen. It's like the messages, they go higher and higher. So uh, how can we contact you for private coaching? You can reach, guys, you can find me on Telegram. Here at the bottom you can see the better, I can send you here. You can contact me at my email, th.theo@outlook.com. and and again, I mean, if you guys need anything in trading, I'm very transparent, very open. There is nothing to hide. I can help you. Even I can tell you a few words. If you don't need coaching and you just need few words, I mean, it's totally fine. But yeah, coaching, it's something that it will transform your trading. Okay, so just make sure you send me an email at th.theo at outlook.com, or you can join. Would like to participate in my course? Yes, definitely. Or guys, here is the Telegram at MarketMinds Mastery. You can join this one here, Telegram. Actually, from tomorrow I will put the social media on the pin message so you can find them easily. Yep. So it's MarketMinds underscore mastery. That's the Telegram. Okay. So I think yes, Kenny, that's correct. With proper mentorship, you can become a better trader. Guys, the analysis I do here, I provide technical analysis for big trading firms, for individual traders like yourself. Like, I break down, I have a subscription for that. If you're interested, you can reach out to me. For example, let me show you one. Let me change it, this one here. Just in case. Where is that now? This one here. So just in case you are interested, I make on a daily basis under a subscription for currency pairs. If you want to get a proper professional technical analysis, the one I just deliver outside, I do it on the daily chart, and 1 hour and one time frame you're gonna choose, either 4 hour, 1 hour. I think up to here is fine, and I put you all the relevant supports, resistance. I explain you in a short text how this works, and then we go, let's say, down on the lower time frame, and I also draw the picture. I explain you exactly step by step how this works, where we expect price to do all this stuff. Okay, so you can send me an email, or you can find me on Telegram, and we go in more detail, and I will explain you everything. Yes, I charge for the subscription, of course. Yeah. You are going to analyze any currency pairs for us. Finlay, I just did all the majors, the pound yen, euro yen, WTI, gold, German 40. We analyzed everything. Okay, guys, I think this is gonna stay on the replay on my profile here at trading.live, and you can go and refer back to that when you need to rewatch the video. Okay, that's what I think. Again, it's my first time, so no, actually second time, and the first time I didn't manage to save the video. So all right, guys, that's all from me today. I hope you really enjoy it. Do you analyze cryptos? Of course I analyze cryptos, but now I have to get ready to start my trading for the London Open. So, and I need to get my preparation and myself right for the trading activity. So I would like to say a big thank you to everybody. And yes, trading both crypto and Forex. And I hope you find this valuable. Again, scroll up on the chart. You're going to find my email and the Telegram. And if you need to contact me about any market analysis to explain you how I charge the subscription and what I do, and also about private coaching, please, even just for questions, I'm happy to answer them. Don't worry about that. And I look forward to see you again tomorrow at the same time. Okay. Have a great day. Happy trading. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.